What if the sun mentioned in the Qur'an is not just a celestial body in the sky, but a mirror to the light within you? What if the journey of your soul is hidden within the mysterious oaths of Surah Ash-Shams? What if the destruction of Thamud is not just a historical event, but a symbolic warning about the consequences of ignoring our inner voice, the divine whisper, the nafs al-mutma'inah? This is not just a chapter. This is a coded map of your inner cosmos. Join me as we unravel the mystical depths of Surah Ash-Shams verse by verse in the light of Sufi wisdom. Let your heart be the mirror, and this surah, the light that reveals what is already within you. Washamsi wadahaha, by the sun and its brightness. In Sufi interpretation, the sun, Ash-Shams, symbolizes the divine light, the nur of God that shines upon all things without discrimination. Just as the sun illuminates the world, the inner heart, when cleansed, receives illumination from divine presence. The brightness, waduhaha, refers to the clarity of truth, haq, that is revealed when the heart awakens. The sun is also a symbol of the perfect soul, the insan al-kamil. Its rising signifies the emergence of consciousness from darkness to light, from heedlessness, ghafla, to divine awareness, yaqza. Wal qamar idha talaha, and the moon when it follows it. The moon in Sufism often represents the lower self, nafs, or the reflective heart. It has no light of its own but reflects the sun. In the same way, our heart reflects divine light when it turns towards Him. When the moon follows the sun, it shows the path of spiritual alignment. The soul must follow the divine light to be rightly guided. This is the journey of the seeker, to reflect the light of the beloved. Wan nahari idha jalaha, and the day when it displays it. The day reveals the sun in its full glory. Symbolically, this is the state of divine gnosis, marifa, when truth is no longer hidden. The soul no longer lives in shadows. The seeker sees with the light of God, nurun ala nur. In the day, every hidden thing becomes visible. In spiritual terms, it refers to the moment when illusions, hijab, are lifted. Walayli idha yaghshaha, and the night when it covers it. Night is the covering, the veiling of truth. It is the state of forgetfulness, of being veiled from the real. The Sufis call this hijab al-nafs, when the self covers the light. But even the night has a function. Without night, the sun is not appreciated. Similarly, without darkness, the light within would not shine so brilliantly. Night invites inner reflection, was-sama wa ma banaha, by the sky and the one who constructed it. The sky represents the higher realm, the unseen, the spiritual cosmos. In Sufi teachings, this is the realm of the spirit, alam al-ruh. The one who constructed it refers to Allah's act of creation, balance, and structure. Just as the physical sky is vast and elevated, so is the human spirit, created with vast potential for transcendence. Wal ard wa ma tahaha, and the earth and the one who spread it. Earth represents the body, the lower, grounded part of the self. The tension between earth and sky mirrors the human condition, torn between spiritual ascent and worldly attachments. In Sufism, the seeker learns to bring harmony between body and spirit, earth and sky, between the zahir, outer, and the batin, inner. Wa nafsin wa ma sawaha, and the soul and the one who proportioned it. This verse is the center of the surah and its spiritual core. The soul, like nafs, is the battlefield. It is the place where divine proportion, balance, and potential reside. God has fashioned the soul with intricacy and perfection. In Sufi tradition, this refers to the divine trust, amanah, placed in the human being. The soul is capable of both ascend and fall. This is where the journey begins, not outside, but inside. فَأَلْهَمَهَا فُجُورَهَا وَتَقْوَاهَا, and inspired it with its wickedness and its righteousness. The divine has placed within the soul both possibilities, fujur, the deviation, and taqwa, God consciousness. This is the inner duality every human experiences, a tug of war between base desires and higher callings. Sufi masters say that awareness of this dual nature is the first station. One must know one's inner enemies to become free. Qad aflaha man zakkaha. Successful is the one who purifies it. Here lies the crux of the Sufi path. Tazkiya al-nafs, purification of the soul. True success is not material. It is the cleansing of the inner mirror to reflect the divine. The Sufi cleanses the self of arrogance, envy, greed, and pride, unveiling the luminous nature of the soul. وَقَدْ خَابَ مَنْ دَسَّاهَا. And ruined is the one who corrupts it. Dasaha, to bury, to obscure. The one who buries the soul under layers of ego, heedlessness, and desire is lost. This is the tragic fate of many, to live an outer life of success while the soul suffocates. Sufism is a call to remember who you really are. كَذَبَتْ ثَمُودُ بِطَغْوَاهَا. Thamud denied their prophet through their transgression. Thamud becomes a metaphor. They represent those who, despite being warned, rejected the inner voice, the call of truth. The Sufis interpret Thamud as the nafs when it rebels, when it ignores the prophet within, the conscience, the fitra, idhin baratha ashqaha, when the most wretched among them rose up. This is the moment when ego takes full control. Ashqaha, the most wretched, symbolizes the dominance of the lowest self, during nafs al-amara. It shows how one diseased heart can lead to collective ruin. It warns, beware the whisper that tells you to silence your conscience. فَقَالَ لَهُمْ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ نَاقَةَ اللَّهِ وَسُقْيَاهَا. The messenger of Allah said to them, do not harm the she-camel of Allah and respect her drinking time. The she-camel in Sufi interpretation symbolizes divine trust or baraka, a sacred sign. Every soul is given sacred trusts. To harm them is to violate the covenant with God. This verse echoes the need for reverence, for surrender to signs of the divine. فَكَذَّبُوهُ فَعَقَرُوهَا فَدَّمْدَمَ عَلَيْهِمْ رَبُّهُمْ بِذَنبِهِمْ فَسَوَّاهَا. But they denied him and hamstrung her, so their Lord crushed them for their sin and leveled them. They hamstrung the she-camel. They destroyed the symbol of divine mercy. Spiritually, this is when one turns away from the sacred within. The inner rebellion brings collapse. Sufis reflect, every denial of the soul's calling leads to inward destruction. Fasawaha, he made them all equal, suggests that once the inner ruin sets in, nothing remains. Wala yakhafu uqbaha. And he does not fear the consequences thereof. The divine acts with perfect justice and wisdom. There is no fear or consequence for God, only truth. This reminds the seeker, divine retribution is not emotional, it is cosmic law. Sufi insight. When you corrupt the soul, the consequences unfold not by wrath, but by your own inner imbalance. The sun within you is waiting to rise. Surah Ash-Shams is a call, not just to remember, but to purify. It is a mirror held up to your own soul. The sun, the moon, the earth, the sky, all are signs inside you. You are not a passive being. You are a microcosm of the divine signs. Let this be your beginning. Reconnect with your soul. Cleanse the inner mirror. Reflect the light of the beloved. The one who purifies, qad aflaha man zakkaha, is already on the path of return. Start today. Say to yourself, not with your tongue, but with your soul, O my Lord, let the sun of my heart rise again.